Good morning, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Saturday the 6th of August 2022 and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we've got some astrology for today. The moon is in Scorpio all day. No, it's not all day, it's going to go into Sagittarius later today. It's got a lot of aspects in Scorpio before it finally arrives in Sagittarius. So while the moon is in Scorpio, it's going to form an opposition to Mars, a square to Saturn, a trine to both Venus and Neptune, and a sextile to Pluto. So that's quite a lot of very different, diverse energies going on there. So it's likely that you'll be a bit all over the place emotionally. Up, down, know what you want to do, go forward, hold back, feel limited, feel expansive, you know, all sorts of stuff going on. And might have difficulty grounding any of this. My advice is to go within to find balance. The moon also will be igniting tomorrow's Venus-Neptune trine and the Mars-Saturn square transits. Today the moon does form a ground water trine with Venus and Neptune. So the moon in Scorpio, Venus in Cancer and Neptune in Pisces. So try sort of and get into those very feminine energies of the emotions and try as best you can sort of to balance yourself out and flow. Okay, that's my advice. Let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say for today. So what have we got? We've got the Wisdom of the Light deck and I've got the Thoth. So saying so a lot. Do I always say so such a lot? No, I say quite a lot. Maybe so is another one of my Anyway, on with the reading. What do we need to know for today? Saturday the 6th of August 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What do we need to know for today? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we've got Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Connecting in with those lunar, Venus and Neptunian energies in the grand water trine maybe. Then we have deep replenishment, more water, retreat, rest and be held. And yes, just say yes. So, yeah, this is sort of real sort of divine feminine energies here. And through the ground water trine, connecting to your deepest calling, with Neptune in Pisces, we're connecting to Spirit. With the moon in Scorpio, then we're going down deep into the water depths. I'm seeing mud. So the water and earth element, seeing what's there in all the mud and worse to be uncovered. And then with Venus in Cancer, it's about nurturing yourself, mothering yourself, and retreating into your shell. So the the energies are saying to me what I said before about connecting to this grand water trine with all the lovely nurturing feminine planets there. Let's do some cards and see what they have to say. So we're also nearing the 8/8 Lionsgate, which happens on Monday. I will be doing a reading specifically for that over the weekend, so that will be put up probably to be released midnight on Sunday night. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? Saturday the 6th of August 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Oops. Let's just do one more, because that was a bit all over the place, that one. What do we need to know for today, the 6th of August 2022? Okay, so we have the 3 of Wands, virtue. We have the 8 of Discs, prudence. We have the Moon. We have the 9 of Discs, gain. We have the Magician, or the Magus. We have the Tower. We have the Ace of Pentacles, or the Ace of Discs, and we have the Hanged Man, who seems to have been coming out rather a lot just lately. Then we have Art or Temperance. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 minor arcanas. So this is quite a big, we're going through big spiritual, big jobs here by the looks of it, and especially with the cards that have come out. Okay, so where we find ourselves, the 3 of Wands, Sun in Aries, virtue. 3 of Wands is about what we're turning our back on and what we're going towards, what we're wanting to manifest, what we're leaving behind, and making sure that we're doing it for the right reasons. And it comes from the heart. That's the message that I've just got. Although the sun in Aries is about sort of very identifying with the I am and ego, I am, and it's the sun is our core energy. So looking at sort of, you know, where you're coming from. Are you coming from an egotistical place in this new direction, or are you coming from love? Then we have the 8 of Discs, or the 8 of Pentacles. This is the Sun in Virgo, so more solar energy. And this is prudence. This is about getting your head down, getting on with the work, step by step, showing up, creating your work, whatever it is, and producing the coins, so to speak, in just just showing up every day type of energy. We've said yesterday, was it yesterday it came up about sort of this is a marathon rather than a sprint. So yeah, showing up, doing the work each day, making sure that you're doing it from heart centre, going in the direction of heart centre. Then we've got the moon as the foundation, or you know what's below us. So the moon, it can be about the ebb and the flow of the journey. Sometimes we're going forward, sometimes we feel like we're slipping back. I've just found myself just come to the realisation that I've had an extended 3 months sort of going around exploring and doing deep inner work so that I could come back to where I was 3 months ago and then carry on that journey. But because of this little detour I've done, I know myself a lot better, and feel more certain about the way I'm going. So yeah, that was a bit of an ebb and a flow, sort of rising up to contact the divine, to co-create with the divine and bring that energy back down. But in the process of doing that, actually sort of letting go of a lot of stuff that is really outworn, that is no longer needed, and I have outgrown. So interesting, because I spent the time going, where am I going? Where am I going? What is it? What is it? And it was right there on the end of my nose. So thank you, universe. But now, from where I am now, I can see why it's important that I start from this place and go forward, because there's an awful lot that I'm learning, that I need to learn. And if I was trying to learn it on a much bigger scale, it would be overwhelming. So to actually be able to learn this new stuff from a small starting place, build up my confidence with it all, and then grow the vision as I'm ready to grow it, makes a lot more sense. So hooray! So the moon can also be illusions and delusions. It can be fears and shadows and things like that. It can also tie in sort of with the lunar cycle. We're now in the light half of the lunar cycle. Yesterday was the waxing half moon. So things are coming out into consciousness now as we go towards the full moon, which will be on the 11th or 12th of August in Aquarius. We're in opposition to Saturn and a T-squared to Mars and Uranus. So that's going to be some big energies, isn't it? Just coming out of Lionsgate as well. So, you know, we're stepping into some big lunar energies coming up. So, yeah, going with the ebb and flow, looking and examining sort of fears and delusions and things like that. And just, you know, being in tune with the lunar journey. The message from above, from Spirit, we have the 9 of Discs, which is Venus in Virgo. And this is about self-confidence, knowing your self-worth, independence. What I was saying before about sort of this last 3 months going around the houses, the things I've uncovered and the limiting beliefs and limiting stories that I've seen and now can let go of, means that I'm not going back to where I was, but in a much clearer place, more self-confident, and a sense of liberation from where I was, and a greater understanding of everything. So yeah, this gift of we're gaining in ourselves, could also, I mean, sort of, when we look at the discs, we often think of money, the pentacles of the discs being monetary wealth or material wealth. As we develop ourselves, it grows our material wealth. if we take us as being our abundance and things like that, then, you know, we're growing ourselves. So yeah, the 9 of discs. And as we develop this self-confidence, this self-worth and everything, we get closer to becoming our own magician, our own magus, channeling down and manifesting from the 5D into the 3D, which takes us back to the beginning, which was, are you manifesting from your ego or are you manifesting from your heart? Hopefully the journey you've been on and the journey that's evolved these last few months has been a journey into the heart for you as well. Then up here we have the clarifiers, we have the tower, the collapsing of the old structures, the falling away of the old paradigms, sort of the falling away of illusion as well with this moon here. Suddenly it's like ping, everything's in clear vision and it's like, oh, that's what all that was about. Now I can see, and it's, you know, it all falls away and we're ready for new opportunities, new openings, new beginning, starting on a new journey with the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Discs, and coming at things from a different perspective. Or we're sacrificing a lesser thing for a greater thing, a greater connection as well. That's just come through to me, but definitely from a different perspective. Okay, we've been doing the work, and so we're at a results point of things clicking in. Okay, so the Hanged Man there, and then the subconscious or the environmental card. We have art, sometimes called alchemy index, and often called temperance. But it's about balancing the energies, mixing the opposing forces, the fire and the water, the masculine and the feminine, playing with the energies. Okay, and this is what we're being asked to do in all of this. And that is part of the evolution. If you're feeling emotionally all over the place, connecting to the feminine planets today, the Moon, Venus and Neptune, that grand water trine, they're all supporting each other and they can help balance out some of the more disruptive energies, the Mars and Saturn and Pluto. So Mars and Saturn are going to form that square tomorrow. So it's going to stop us in our tracks. There's things we need to check out before moving forward. This reading is showing you how to have that pause, and also checking in to make sure that sort of you're coming from the right place. Are you coming from your ego or are you coming from your heart? And then we're able to go forward again. Okay, so that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, take time to retreat, rest and be held, and nurture yourself. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching. Let's see if we get this to work.